Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Jessica and I'm an Ascension teacher and past life regression practitioner, and I help people unlock themselves and reach higher levels of consciousness. Today's video is an energy update for the month of June 2022. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into the message from my guides that came through about this month of June for the energy update. And they're showing a split in energy, and they showed a math equation, which was very interesting. They haven't done this before, but they said it looked like 1/3 and 2/3 math equation. So they said 1/3 represents the United States and 2/3 was representing the Earth. And they were writing this math equation on a chalkboard like it was a teaching from somebody that was teaching this math equation on a chalkboard. So just helping you paint that picture of what that was like. And they said they would first like to address the Earth's energy. And they said it's a very transitional time on Earth, as we have been talking about for the last, especially intense, the last 2 years as we're transitioning into a newer, higher vibration here on Earth. There's a lot of significant changes, and this is the significant transition that my guides keep talking about that we're currently in on the planet as we're going through this transition into higher levels of consciousness. And they want everyone to recognize the cleansing and the real rebuilding process that is occurring. So it is simultaneously happening at the same time. We are cleansing the Earth of the lower and dense vibrations, which is bringing up everything to the surface and creating a lot of chaos and confusion, but it's bringing up the darkness that the world needs to look at, that the human collective needs to look at, so that we can see the darkness and shine light on the darkness so that it can be dissolved. We're experiencing this huge awakening on the planet, and this is the purpose of that, because we cannot transmute all of this. We cannot anchor in more of the higher light on the planet until we take a look at the darkness, because the darkness needs to be dissolved. So while that's happening, while that's being dissolved, we're simultaneously rebuilding a newer Earth. So we're rebuilding new structures, new systems at the same time as everything else is collapsing. So we're having to take a look at the corruption in the government systems. There's a lot going on in the education systems, the medical systems, and all of these things, why they're being dissolved. There's another system being created at the same time. So it can get very confusing. It can kind of be overwhelming with the process as this is happening and hard to navigate, but keep your vibrations as high as you can and keep focused on the rebuilding, but take a look at what's happening, but with the dissolving and with, the dissolving of the lower density energies and all of the pain and the suffering and the chaos and the darkness and all of that that's happening. But focus on rebuilding the new Earth. Focus on keeping your vibrations high and what you are going to do to create the life that you desire and how you're going to help and serve the rest of humanity. They said that they want you to all recognize this significant change, and it's really based in understanding and accepting. And a lot of the things that are coming up in the world that we're having to take a look at, it can be really difficult to accept and to understand. And this is something that they wanted to point out for this month of June for the energy update. It's going to keep getting more intense, and that it's important that we take time to understand what's going on and that we accept that we are dissolving. You can look at the old Earth at the same time as we're rebuilding the new Earth. And just accept that this is part of the process. This is part of the ascension. This is part of what we are all going through on planet Earth. This is why you came here at this time, incarnated, and are being here witnessing this huge transition. Just, it can get very rocky and very difficult and very challenging, especially as someone who can feel the energies, feel the pain, and tune into that. It can be hard to keep your vibrations high and to keep focused on what you need to do and what your mission is, and helping lead the path of the light with creating the new structures on that. So just understand that we have to accept what's happening and at the same time rebuild the new earth as well. And understand that everybody has their choice when they awaken and what they want to do with their life and their time here on earth, and that we need to focus and go within and basically stay in our own lane and shine our light as bright as we can, because it's our light and our energy that's going to make the biggest impact on the earth. And they also said that the United States energy is falling behind, yet aligning slowly with the earth. The dark knows that the U.S. holds a great amount of energy. Thus, there's a lot of focus right now on the United States. And they said, like we have said before, a reverse tidal wave, and this was why I suggested watching the May update, because they talked about this huge tidal wave. It reversed itself, and it's a huge tidal wave of the light. And this tidal wave of the light is coming full force, and it's in a direct path of the dark. So how they were describing it and how the visualization is, this reverse tidal wave is of the light, and it is taking down the darkness of the planet. And it is happening. I know it's probably not as fast as a lot of us would like it to be, but it is a process, and this is something that can take years to do. So keep your vibrations high and stay patient. Understand that this is just part of the process, and everything that is happening for the highest good, and it's happening exactly the way it needs to happen. And the full force, the full tidal wave of the light is head on right in the path of the dark. So it is taking out the dark, and it's just going to be a process. It's time. And the U.S. energetically is a huge spotlight with the world, and there's a lot of other things going on in the world as well, but the U.S. energetically holds a lot of, when I say U.S., United States, holds a lot of energy for this transition. And so there's a lot of tightness, a lot of focus on what's happening in the United States. We have a lot of things going on in the government structures, things that they're trying to pull, the darkness or the dark side, and you're seeing that roll out, and you're seeing a lot of their plans roll out. But know that that tidal wave of the light is coming full force at the dark, and it is going to take them out. It is going to take them down. They will not succeed, but it's a process, and it could take years for that process to reveal itself. But we are at the same time rebuilding the new systems and the new structures. There's a lot of things coming to light, and it will be continuing around COVID, around the vaccinations, around all kinds of things that were being hidden, that were not relayed to the public. There's a lot of things coming out. So June is going to be very intense, as we have experienced for this entire year, 2022. But we are still on the path. We still are on track. We'll keep you posted for any other updates that I get. And I do apologize. It's been a couple weeks since I've done the last video. So I will be back here shortly. I'm transitioning into moving from California over to Florida, which I'm really excited about. But there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of things that are going on in my personal life. So I haven't had the chance. This month of May has been pretty crazy, but I will be back on doing videos, and my goal is to continue, at least getting one video a week up. But I will keep you guys posted and definitely be here to deliver each month the energy update. So if you have any questions, any comments, anything that you would like to hear about, any topics, please let me know. I appreciate all of you. And if you have not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. And I will see you all very soon. Have a great day and have a great month.